Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can obtain the mode for binned data using Microsoft Excel and my stikpetE add-in. My add-in is available at my GitHub account, so you can download the stikpetE XLAM file there. Once you've downloaded it, open Excel, go for File Options, Add-ins and click on the Go button, and then you should be able to install it, which should give you access to a lot of additional functions that I made. Of course, use at your own risk. Now, the function of interest for this video is not the tab frequency bins, but actually the, I always forget to change this, the measures mode bin function. The parameters are alright. I have some example data, as you can see in column A. It takes as input a range, but be careful, do not use an entire column like column A, but really specify the first and the last cell. Then the other parameters are, the next few are actually similar as what I've for binning itself. I have a whole separate video on how to determine the number of bins and how to create them. So I'm not going to go over all of them, but you can either use an integer saying like, oh, I want 5 bins, or you can specify the bins using a range. You can indicate if you want to include the lower bound or the upper bound otherwise. Adjust the lowest lower bound or the highest upper bound so that all data will be sitting in. What to do in case all are equal, so all, because it's actually going to look for frequency densities. If all of them are equal, then do you want to indicate that all of them are the mode or just none of that there is no mode? The last one is a new additional one, which is the value. You can either don't set anything, so just use none. In that case, it will show the bins. You can set it to midpoint, and it will use the midpoint of the bin, and you can even use quadratic, which uses a bit of a formula to indicate perhaps if it would have been more smooth where the center of that bin would be. Using the function is fairly straightforward. You just type in the name of the function once you've installed the add-in, the range, and it gives you, as you can see, the mode and also the frequency density that goes with that mode. Here I'm using my own upper and lower bound, so that also simply works. And as you can see, I specify those lower and upper bins, bounds, and then I get a different, I get the result. If you have more than one mode, it can become very interesting. So here's a separate data, the bins I want to use for this. And if I now use the function, I set to true that I want to include the lower bound, and I'm using here the quadratic method. So instead of giving me bins, it now gives the quadratic formula results. So what roughly the mode will probably be as a number for, in this case, all three modes. The mode frequency density was 0.2. Alright, I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching.